morning, everyone. Today's gonna be another beautiful day. Sun's supposed to be shining all day. It's supposed to be up in the upper 70s again. Humidity is still a little bit high, but that's okay. It's not too bad. And we have probably about about a half a dozen yards out in the country there that are all the bigger yards, and then we're gonna be back in town again and get back into the smaller yards. So it's gonna be kind of a long day because we've got such big yards. But anyhow, let's get the trailer loaded up and let's get started. There you go.
Good morning. I'm a little tired this morning, but I'll wake up once they start weed trimming. That'll get me going. All that walking today. I'm probably thinking I'm going to walk about maybe 5 miles today. We'll see.
Yeah, I bet you she walks more than 5 miles today. Because today we got the bigger yards. I know I already said that, but also with the big yards of mowing, also means a lot of walking to do the trimming around the trees and everything. We have one yard to do. It's got about, I don't know, 30, 40 trees that we do, and we're there for
about an hour, 15 minutes at the most.
Yeah, something like that. So it's a nice yard. You know, it's got a nice pond in the back. I don't know if you've seen that one yet or not, but there's always a lot of stuff going on there, so I haven't dropped a video camera on there yet. But I wanted to talk about something that was brought up to me last night when I was sitting down with some friends last night. And they said that I seem to be pretty polished on these videos. And I said it was all in editing. And I got to, when I was editing a video last night, I realized I don't edit a lot of video. And yeah, I stumble across my words a lot just because my brain's working faster than the mouth can work. And I know it's hard to believe that, but it does. And I think it's not so much, see, I lost my train of thought again. But anyhow, what I'm trying to say is it's from repetitive, doing the same thing over and over, and I got comfortable with it. And if you notice, Vicky's talking more and more on the videos because she's gotten comfortable with it. So it's like with anything else that you're doing, like when we started the lawn care, I didn't know what I was doing. I was not very comfortable with it at all. And I was having, I struggled with talking to new customers because I was afraid of saying the wrong things. Well, what I have found out here in the past, I don't know how many years I've been doing this, it doesn't matter what you say or how you say it. You're going to stumble across your words. It's just my life. I'm always stumbling on my words. But I became comfortable with the lawn care. And when I walk up to a yard, when I look at the yard, I pretty much know how long it's going to take to do the yard. Every now and then I make mistakes. I did that on the new one that you saw yesterday. I'm about $10 less than what I should be on that, but that's my fault because I was in a hurry and I didn't take the time to walk through everything. But it's everything that you do, you are not good at first. You know, whether you're a mechanic, you were not good at a mechanic first. You know, you didn't know how to fix cars or fix everything on a car at first. But once you got doing it for a long time, you got comfortable with it and you got, you know, better at it.
Yeah, this is my 5th season, and when I first got on a mower, I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do, and it was hard. And then, you know, running the trimmer and the blower and all this stuff, and then I couldn't even start none of it. My hands didn't want to work right, and it was hard for me to pull the, you know, pull it to start it. But now I can do it.
And then this year also, she's gotten so comfortable, which it started here about a month ago. I had to do all the mowing in the ditches because she was afraid of the slope on the ditches. Well, she is getting into steeper and deeper ditches now than she was ever before because she has gotten comfortable. So it's, you know, it's all about the repetitive process of doing things over and over, and you get comfortable with it. You get confidence in yourself on what you can do and your abilities can do, because all of us are really good in certain areas and not so good in other areas, but you are better than you think you are. You just don't realize it. And that was brought up to me last night, and about these videos, and I didn't realize, you know, I thought it was all editing, but it was because I've been doing it, or we have been doing this for almost a year now. We've gotten comfortable with it. So I guess we would be polished just because we've been doing it for so long, and it seems like we're just having a conversation with someone now. So that's kind of where I wanted to be when I started this. It was way out of my comfort zone, and I wanted to do it because I do like speaking in front of people, or I mean in small groups of people, and I just wanted to be more comfortable with it. And this the YouTube has made me way more comfortable speaking with anybody. So I guess that's not all I wanted to say, and more than I wanted to elaborate on, but it works. And I don't know how much is going to be edited out, if at all any. So we're going to go start on our first couple yards, which you've seen several times, and so I'm just not going to bore you with another one. But I will find a video hopefully today, or a yard today, that make a video for you, and that one you haven't seen. So we're going to go start mowing here. Okay, we're back in town, away from them big old country yards. Still got a couple big yards, but they're not way out in the country. So everything's all within 10 minutes of us now. So back to the entrepreneurship of what you're trying to do. You're trying to be successful in whatever you're trying to do. It takes practice. Nothing happens overnight as much as we would like it to happen overnight. But it's just a learning process, or learning curve, or whatever terminology you'd like to use, but you don't do things right away overnight. And I know I get very impatient with a lot of things just because I can't learn things fast enough. I want things to happen a lot faster than they do, and it's just patience on my part is a problem. But so whatever you're trying to do, or wherever you're going, just stick with it. Don't give it up, or don't give up. Oh boy, we're at our next yard, and I don't even think I can turn around. There's boats and cars and everything everywhere. I cannot turn around.
Maybe we're gonna have to come back.
Oh my goodness, that boat's not gonna move.
No. Maybe we'll have to go the other ones and come
I gotta back out of this road and back down it. Oh my goodness. This is not good. Okay, I'll get back with you as soon as we get this figured out. Okay, we got that yard mowed. I didn't back out. I was able to turn around, but we kind of parked in the middle of everything, so it's a dead-end road. It didn't really matter too much. Everybody just works around us. We have to work around everybody else. Every now and then, people have to work around us. So it's not too bad. Now we're gonna go get a couple more yards that are close to us. I think you've seen videos at all of them too. I'm not sure yet. There's one you haven't seen yet, but I'll see what happens there and see how many people's roaming around the yard.
Yeah, everything's really dry. Lawns are not gonna survive again.
Yeah. Yeah, that yard I ate dust pretty good on. But nothing we can do about it. You know, we did get a bunch of rain, but it hasn't rained in how many days? 3 or 4 days anyhow, and it don't look like there's any rain in the forecast for the next week. So with our temperatures climbing up in the 80s every day and full sun
and
wind, it's going to dry everything right back out again really fast. So now we do about it, we're just going to go with the flow. So let's go mow some more yards. Okay, you've seen this yard before, but I don't know if you've seen it this year. I know you've seen it last year, but we're going to get you set up in the big part of it where Vicky starts off, and then I'll end up in the backyard with Toro Tie Master.
my chest right in the morning, like a warning. Could have slept here for days. I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe, but it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way, and so
Okay, I just got done with that yard, and it started off really good. It was about, I don't know, about 76, 77 degrees when we started that yard. And then a cloud blew over. It rained on us quite a bit. You know, not a whole lot, but, you know, sprinkled, heavy sprinkle. And then the temperature climbed to 86 degrees. And the humidity went way, way up. So it went from a comfortable yard to, oh my goodness, it's hot now. So I worked up a good sweat. My shirt is absolutely soaked just from one cloud. So
yeah, it's 85 degrees plus the humidity.
Plus the humidity. I don't know what the humidity is. I never looked. All I know is it's up there. And it temperature's climbing about 10 degrees just with one big old huge cloud. So anyhow, we're gonna go on to our next few yards. I think we only got 3 yards left. 4 yards left? 3 yards left. Something like that. Either 3 or 4 yards. We'll have to check our sheet after we're all done, make sure we didn't miss anybody, but I'm thinking it's probably 3 yards left. So anyhow, we're gonna go on to those next yards. Okay, we stopped home for lunch. It was a little bit late on lunch, about 2 hours later than we normally eat lunch, but we were kind of hungry and it was lunchtime for us, I guess. So while we finished up eating lunch and we were getting ready to leave, a friend of mine texted me. Said that at the end of the month he is losing his job. Him and a whole bunch of other people. After 18 years of working at this place where he works, his job is done. So you never know what's going to happen in your life. And I was I heard or read or was told, yeah, someone mentioned it or I read it, dig your well before you're thirsty. So always be looking for the next thing, because you never know what's going to happen. And if you're already set financially, that's great, but if you're not financially where you want to be, you might want to look at doing something else besides what you're doing.
Because that's what happened to me. I lost my job, and Mark decided that his work wasn't going so well, so he decided to start doing lawn care. So that all came into play. That's how that all happened.
Yes, and it was the best thing we ever did with it, is start the lawn care. Vicky didn't work with me for the first year or 2 years. I'm not sure.
I was behind the scenes. I didn't really go out and do the lawns, but I was doing bookwork stuff.
She was doing the bookwork stuff and take care of everything that we had to take care of. Since she lost her job, there was a lot for her to do and get straightened out. And I was working a full-time job, a part-time job, and building the lawn care business. I did that for 2 years. And then I went 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. And then I got rid of the part-time job. And what I should have done that year is got rid of the part-time job and the full-time job, because it slowed me down. I just didn't realize it was going to slow me down that much. It was just a security of having another job just to keep us going, just in case things didn't work out. And the 4th year I was full-time lawn care, just because it made more money than a, you know, basic paying job. You know, I was getting paid above minimum wage, but not a whole lot. And in this area, good paying jobs are hard to come by. And once you get them, you don't want to lose them or ever leave them, because they're hard to, you know, get the next one. So yeah, it's just so
yeah, it's always to be on guard. Always make sure you're looking out for yourself, because nobody else is going to look out for you.
That's right. You know, I wasn't going to add this into the video, but it just kind of popped up, and wasn't planning on having this kind of a video today, but it just kind of worked out that way. So we're going to go cut the big old yard on the big lake there, and then we have a couple. We have 2 small ones and a big one after that. So we're going to go on to these next yards here. Okay, we're at our last yard. We're just kind of taking a break. That big yard out on the lake there kind of took its toll on us. It was 75 degrees on one side and 85 degrees on the other side, and that's the house there, because, you know, there's 2 or 3 sides of that house that face the lake, and then one side's colder than the other always. And it just being towards the end of the day and working as hard as we have in these big yards, it just it's taking its toll on us. We're about done, and thankfully this is the last yard. I think, you know, I said it on yesterday's video, this old boy don't work well in the heat. You know, I'm used to the colder weather, and then we get a few days or a few weeks of heat and humidity, and I just don't do well in it. So we're going to take about another 5-minute break here, and then we're going to head out and take care of this lawn.
Well, I said I was tired this morning. I was going to do some walking today. Well, I did do some walking, and it made me more tired. I thought it was going to help me a little bit. Not a chance. I just walked just under 5 miles today.
Alright. That's about right. So today's video, like every other video that we put out, was not what it was planned to be. Okay, I had to wait to get to the shop to finish that, what I was saying there. Yeah, today's video is nowhere near what I wanted it to be, or expected it to be, I guess, and it just kind of ended up being that way. I don't know. Just like all my other videos, I got an idea where I want to go with the video, and it never goes there. I think that's why the name of the title is named what it is, Mark's Misfit World, because it starts off going one direction and never ends up going in that direction. So that is going to be the end of my video for today. I thank you for watching and subscribing. If you could check out the links in the description box below, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Have a good evening. See you at the next yard. Goodbye.
Have a good evening.